I know we're all talking about Shamrock, but let's talk about Gunko. Chapter 1137, spoilers ahead. Because Gunko in her own right is also a very interesting character. Unlike Shamrock, she's not introduced as a world noble, she's introduced as a holy knight. And while we don't know that much about her character yet, there's still a lot of interesting seeds planted. For one, you can see a slight similarity between Lilith's character design and Gunko's. At least with the hair, so maybe that's who Vegapunk, clone Lilith based off of. I personally find her devil fruit so interesting. She's the user of the arrow fruit, and just right off bat, it looks very similar to Emu's powers. Yeah, we saw Emu use this arrow and it kind of went through Sabo back in Reverie. But it seems like hers is a little different in that the arrow itself is not an attack. Rather, the arrow shows the inevitable trajectory of the attack. Yeah, like she was saying, you can predict and project all you want, but once I lay these arrows, that's what's gonna happen. And I'm super curious from a battle IQ perspective, how does that counteract with Future Sight? She's saying, the arrows are inevitable, but if Luffy or someone that has Future Sight predicts it, can they not dodge it? And then lastly, she has bandages over her mouth. And Otis had a character that, either their entire face or parts of their face were covered. There's some meaning behind it. So I'm wondering if there's something there or it's just, to look cool. But overall, I'm really curious about Gunko and how she's gonna play a part in this, final saga. Like, we know there are 10 Holy Knights. How does she rank, amongst those 10? And like I mentioned before, I want to actually see her fight a top tier person. But what are y'all thoughts on Gunko and what role do you think she'll have in the story? Let me know in the comments below.